Hey guys, this is JRP. I'm bringing you a quick tutorial. I'm going to be taking a sample and making a lead out of it. So this is just a vocal sample which you can use from any song. I'm just going to show you how to chop it and how to put it in a piano roll and make it sound, fitting into a lead. So I'll go ahead and show you what it sounds like. This is what it sounds like now. Alright, so now that you've heard what it sounds like when it's finished, let's just go ahead and show you how we can replicate that. What I've got here is very simple. I got a piano out and I matched my vocals with the piano note. My vocals are horrendous, but I can still make all you need to do is make a consistent note at whatever sort of octave you want it at. So I've just got it at C5, 5th octave on the C note, and this is how I did it. So just like that, and I've done it again just because I thought the first one wasn't as good. Alright, now you want to find the most consistent note length, so still got piano in there, just there, and you're going to want a full bar's length. Make sure that that's bang on. There we go. Same with the start. Okay, cool. So now you've got a full bar length, which just sounds like this. Okay, now you want to go and export that, so you can either go Control R and it will bring up exactly what you need, and you can save that on a desktop as you want, or go to File, Export, Wave. But I find it's much easier just to go Control R for saving a WAV file, only a WAV file. Go to Desktop, and I'm going to save this as voice sample. Had an error making this tutorial the first time, so we will replace the one that's there. Most likely you'll name it something that isn't on the desktop. Just go ahead and save that one. Then go to your piano, your main notes, the roll in there, and just delete that. Okay, now go and find that file you had. I've saved mine to the desktop, so it's in my desktop folder. If you want to add that in, go to Options, General Settings. File Settings, click on this, select Desktop, go OK, and that'll pop up within your browser there. I've added in a few different ones there. So Desktop, and there's the voice sample there. Just like that. Cool, and I've got set at 128 BPM right now. Okay. What you actually want to do with that is not drag it into here, but you want to drag it up here underneath the first one, and see it's just sitting in there like that. Okay, now click on voice sample, or whatever you've named it. Okay, and you're bringing up this menu. What you want to do is keep going down until you find the time stretching option, and go from pitch to the MUL or HUL, and then go to the time knob and right click that and select none. Okay, you also want to make sure that under the loop section that it's not deselected, but on use loop points. If it's not selected, I'll show you what happens. If this is at the start when you press it and you're changing buttons, it'll only play the same one over and over again. Once you've selected none, then as you go up, simple as that. Okay. Now the reason that the entire note is playing out is why you need to select this loop option. So for example, without, I tap one button, it'll play the entire sample. If I select this, basically just goes and follows how long you hold the note down. So like a real synth. Okay, now we can go ahead and make our sample, so let's do that. I'm actually going to go up an octave. Alright, we'll make a 4-bar out of that one, and we'll just change it a little bit. Alright, so now that we've done the sample in the C octave when matching it, now I'll put in the description, so just go into the description and download the sample pack I have in there. There will be the FLP, and there will also be all the samples I've used inside this. You can even use the one that I've put in here myself. I'm going to use a Vengeance offbeat bass just because, why not? See what we can find. Alright, let's check that one in there. Alright, because this is actually an A minus, A minor, not A minus, it's like a grade of a test. Anyway, it's actually running at an A minor, but it's sitting on a C note when it's hitting the A minor, so in order to make it a C, where we're having it at, we'd have to move this note up 2. So, now we make our offbeats, and drag that for the entire thing. Cool. Now play that. Alright. Okay, now let's find ourselves a kick. Remember, this will be in the sample pack, so you will have all of those. You can literally just drag them out of the compressed file and use them. Okay, you can use your own kicks, of course, as well. In order to make this play through and through, just select this little button up here. It'll repeat these patterns over and over again. Okay, so without doing anything, this is what it will sound like roughly. Alright, that's cool. Now let's start messing around with making it sound good. Okay, this might be confusing, so you might have to go through it maybe a couple times to quite understand it. A vocal sample, so link that to a channel and open up a reverb 2, free reverb 2 right here. So it should look like this. Okay, now follow this. Bottom left hand corner, low cut, move that up to 800 Hertz, high cut all the way up. Go to across to size and put that up to 83. Leave everything else. Go to decay, bring that up to 2 seconds. Then go to damp, bring that all the way up. And finally go down to the stereo separation at the bottom and drag that to about 65-66%. And we'll play that again. Without, with. Cool. Next thing, add an parametric EQ2. What you're going to do here is drag this one down sort of roughly just between 2 and 3, but on the bottom, and then drag that number 2 to that line that you can see coming through here. Now get the number 7s and put that up just a tiny bit, number 6 up a tiny bit, and number 5 up a tiny bit. This will just raise the high frequencies a little bit and cut out the lows. So replay. We'll actually bring some of that bass back out in the lead, so bring this 1 back to about here and raise that 2 up to about there. Without, with. Okay, a little bit more raise with the 7 there, so move it across to roughly about, actually we'll go over here and then we'll move this 6 across to replay. Without, with. A little bit crispier, which is nice. Okay, let's see, what else would we add to this? I think we'll leave this a bit cleaner. So what we would do is add a stereo shaper. Hit this top left corner here, go to presets, find yourself the mid preset. I have my own ones, but I'll show you how I did it. Click on mid. Now find this far left nodule on the left, drag that up to 5 decibels. You'll see all the values in the corner here, of course. Now up to 5 decibels. Nice. Okay, now we'll take that away and play it. Play it with. Sounds pretty much the same, just a lot louder, so just drag that volume down a little bit. So it's sitting around 16 decibel, between 14 and 16 decibels. Okay, now add in finally a gross beat real quick. Okay, and then you want to go and find the sidechain preset. This is the sidechain they have. Okay, and drag each of these up to the number 4. And voila. Okay, with this one I think what we'll do is we'll go right click here, so you've got like an L shape like that. You want to right click this little knob on the top there and click single curve, so it'll be a straight line. And do the same with the other ones, they'll automatically become angles, but you want them right in the middle. This basically means that when the kick hits, it'll get a bit of, it'd be more explosive in the song. Okay, now load the bass up. And link that to here. 2 ways you can do that. By linking tracks is going up here and clicking Assign Free Mixer Track. Or selecting the track and making sure the one you want is only selected here. And then hitting Control L. Boom, it'll appear in here. Okay, with this one you're going to want to actually leave it alone for now. This thing might want to be changed later on, but at the moment we'll just leave it as is. But you always want to link it to a mixer track, and definitely add the kick in. Control L. Oh, I've done the wrong one. So easily way to fix that is just deselect it. Make sure the one that you've got selected that you accidentally added over here. Just click on the one you want it. Control L. Then go to the one you want. And then link it to this one, and then quickly rename it to the track just so you know which one's which. Now if you've got the FLP, you can do this kick really quickly. I have a preset I always use for this, just because it speeds up the process. Basically doing what we did with the voice sample with the stereo shaper, so bringing these up to 5 and 5, adding a limiter with just lowering the volume a little bit, and with the parametric just boosting the basses just like you see here. If you need to pause and edit with your tracks inside your FL, you can do that too. So now it sounds like this, without those, with those. So with the bass, okay, now we'll add in the atmosphere bass. This sort of sits in the background to fill out the track. So let's just insert a silent 1. Let's just think. If you don't have a silent 1, we will use boo bass. So I'll just use boo bass, makes it easier for you guys. Drag the mid straight down, drag the treble straight down, boost the bass, and have a look at what's concerned. Okay. Create 4s and drag that across the whole thing. So now we've got this. Now you're going to link that to its own mixer track, and add in a parametric EQ2, and this is where we're cutting all the high frequencies. So you're grabbing the 7, you're going straight down, dragging it underneath the 6, 6 straight down, dragging it underneath, we'll probably go between the 6 and the 7, and try again. So the same with the 5, straight down, and the 4, and the 3. Okay, great. Now let's see if we drag this. Let's spread these out a little bit. Okay, now add yourself in a growth beat and choose the sidechain one as normal. Drag this all the way down to the bottom, like so they're all at the bottom. Then right click anywhere on that bit and drag it straight down to the bottom next to it, just like that, and do the same for all of them. Okay, now go to the top and right click right in the middle, like that, and select single curve. Do the same. Cool. Now you want to just leave that as is, and we can play that with the kick. Okay. What I also want to add in is underneath here, stereo shaper, and we're going to want to be doing a preset of stereoize 3, but then following the same thing as last time. So up to 5 decibels on these side channels. Try again. Just drag this down a little bit to lower the volume. Around 12 decibels would be nice. Now we play it with the bass. So now you can see the difference without it. You hear this. If you've got some headphones that show bass a lot, you'll be able to hear this. Without, with. You might just raise a little bit of these volumes. See what happens if it brings back up. Bring that 2 back down. I'll raise that volume a little bit. There we go. Okay, and now let's add in the voice sample and see what it sounds like. Bring the volume up a little bit. Alright, that's so good so far. Okay, now go to the voice sample here, right click it, and hit clone. Okay. Now you've got this one highlighted and you want to link that just in front of the other sample you have. Now here's a quick tip. Go to the one you have all of this set up on and you want to right click on the channel, just write in the name there, then click File and Save Mixer Track State As. Name it, say, Vocal Bounce, okay, hit enter, then go to your other track, which is the layer of the one you've just made, the clone. Right click on its linked mixer track, go to File and click Open. It'll already have the name down here, so literally what you can either do is search it for vocal bounce, or if it's highlighted in the bottom, just hit enter and it will load up exactly the same thing. Now what we want to do is copy what's in here, so just highlight the track here, Control C, and then click on the one below, Control V, and just right click this button and then go solo for just so it will play that. This is going to be identical to the one above it, so what we're going to do is make quick changes to this one, okay? So just have a listen. Now go into this button in here and find Fruity Effector. If you don't have the effector, then try find some sort of Vox that you can use. Otherwise you can just skip this part out. Once you have this opened up, it's already going to be on Vox, so deselect bypass and drag this one down so it's just got that bottom box. You're also going to want to lower the volume a little bit and play again. Okay, first one. Okay, play together. Alright, and now with this original one, the first one that you've made, the unvoxed one, go to the stereo shaper and try it with the stereo max preset and go again. And then add the other one in. No, I don't like that. We'll go back to mid. Okay. Quite good, quite good. So let's add that into the track database down here and play that. Remember to right click solo to make sure they're all highlighted here and play away. Alright, now there's a quick tip you want to do when adding in to this track. I'm going to add in the samples for you, so let's scroll down. So what am I looking for? VM. Just because it'll save on time. White noise. Add that to a mixer track. Stereo shaper. And do the stereo max, so up to 5 on the right side and left side after doing stereo 3 on the preset. Then you're going to want to add in a limiter on this track and just bring that gain right down and just play it, and then bring that seal down so that it just touches the tips of the noise just there. Okay, and then add yourself, steady on, add yourself in a gross beat and do the sidechain, standard sidechain, and just mess around with this until you have it where you want it. If you right click these little dots where the little double arrow comes up, it'll just straighten them right out. Lower the volume on this as well, so play again. Personally, I want it the way the bass has it, which is that ambience bass. So you just go into the gross beat and you go save preset as bounce side chain. Then you want to go to this gross beat when you're back in the other one, go presets and find bounce side chain and load that in. Now you can mess with it the way you want. Okay. Okay. Alright, with this one, add in an EQ too, so we can chop some of these low volumes out a little bit. So just put the 2 above the 1, play again. Drag it in a bit more, drag it. Keep going. Put 3 down 2. Cool, and then add in little extras. Okay, I'm just going to mess around and add little quick bits in here and there. Alright, so added my little bit of spice to it. Remember, you can always get the FLP download and have an investigation of yourself of what I've managed to do with it. Real simple stuff. Basically added in a fill and added in a little variation on the second. So let's go ahead and listen to it. actually take away that kick there, see what that sounds like. Yeah, nice. Alright, that's it basically for this tutorial. So now you've learned how to do, making your own samples out of your own vocals. Little quick bits and pieces there and there, and you've got some new samples to use. Thanks for listening and watching this tutorial. If you liked it, huck us a comment, huck us a like, and definitely subscribe. It's going to help me out a lot. I'd appreciate it if you subscribed. You guys have been amazing recently, had some great comments. This was actually a request from this guy below. I've got a little screenshot overlay there, and then I was just going to thank you for giving me that wee suggestion. I have planned to do it before, but I figured if someone's asking for it, I might as well put it out. Alright, well, thanks a lot, guys, and see you guys next time.